Sometimes the hardest thing to do is wake yourself up and say, okay, what's going on? What are we thinking? Today it's reasonably simple. We know that yesterday we had a sell-off, probably a little bit more than expected. I said I didn't think we'd get a plunge. I don't consider yesterday a plunge, but the idea of closing or almost closing that gap certainly was a little bit farther than I would expect on the first day of a rotation. But you can really see the concept of what I like to do as a day trader clearly in play, and that was a two-time rotation. First in the morning, not much at lunch, and then a solid sell in the afternoon that, in my opinion, hit some completion targets, and risk reward came in at the end of the day. Do you want that gap close, or you want to bounce? And so we're in the bounce phase of yesterday's um, range. 69.5, as Zeke said, in the middle of yesterday's range. So anything above that is the good fortune part. And I do believe that we have the opportunity for a two-way day today. So more than likely for now, this important retest is at 69 and then up to the 72 to 73. We've got about 5 minutes to the open. And for those that want to play the half gap, typically you may be better off to wait just a few minutes, maybe a couple of over anxious shorts. You may miss the trade too, but that's okay. You know, we've got all day. What you're looking to do, obviously, is not put yourself in a hole too soon. Plenty of time to do that. Bottom line today, right now, we've got to bounce into yesterday's middle zone. That's a 456 trade going on, and obviously, boys would like to take back some of the territory they gave up yesterday. Mike had said that he likes the idea of buying support as much as shorting. I'll post an article by Armstrong. He basically had a great article today that discusses the phenomenon of professional traders always trying to guess the top, whereas the average retail investor just says, you know what, trend is up. Let me just go with the trend. And he differentiates that from the casual investor who doesn't really have a clue and just puts his money in at the top. He clearly talks about the retail at least being in tune with the market, and then can make those kind of, intuitive leaps of faith. Okay, the market's trending up, so I'm just going to go with the trend. And that's anybody that played overnight from that 62 support. A common sense idea of backing up the train yesterday, and then better odds buying at that 62 zone rather than hoping for breakdown of the previous day's range and continue south side. So I would keep it small today. I'm not looking today any different than yesterday. Find a few reasonable trades. Don't overtrade. If nothing shapes up, no worries. Always another day coming and another bus coming. For now, we're going to use this 72 to 73 zone, which is a potential target. We're using that as resistance. And anybody that gets stopped out, you may need a couple of tries. But I think today already we have to assume that until we take out this 62 to 61 zone, that's support. And I'm going to use 58 as my theoretical support. Okay, as I said at the end of the day yesterday, 62 target was hit, so drop it down to 58 support. I do have a magnet right here at 67, so we're going to play off of that. Probably going to need, if you take a short at the open, you're going to probably need a couple of shots. I don't see us getting to close that gap in one swoosh. Play well.